Any walk through the forest for me is like a walk through the grocery store. For other people, they see plants, I see food. My name's Shawn Adler. I'm a chef. I've been cooking professionally for more than half my life, about 23 years. I've owned, I think, 6 restaurants, and I've been foraging for wild edibles my entire life. I've learned through family and friends, and as a chef, I really enjoy cooking with ingredients that aren't in the mainstream. So as we drive here, it's kind of like I'm driving by just a garden, really. Like I see like sumac, I see like wild grapes growing, cedar, pine, all these things that I don't know that other people necessarily see the same way as I do. People these days eat far less diversity in our diet. You know, we wake up, we eat the same thing for breakfast every day. Traditionally, people would have been eating a very diverse diet based on what is provided throughout the seasons, which changes every season. Whereas now, you go to the grocery store, everything's in season all the time. We're headed out to look for wild ginger. We're headed to a hardwood bush today. That's the environment that wild ginger likes to grow. They're fairly big heart-shaped leaves, and they have like a rhizome, a root, which is like ginger but much smaller with the same smell. Here are 3 guidelines for harvesting wild edibles. Number 1, make sure you bring a knowledgeable guide who knows what they're doing. Number 2, make sure you have permission to use the land and to harvest from it. And number 3, never over-harvest. Ethically harvesting is really important. When we're picking any wild edibles, people from my culture, the Anishinaabe people, lay tobacco down to say thank you to the creator. And it's basically just saying thank you as an offering for providing for us. So this is a nice healthy crop all around us here of wild ginger. You can tell that it's wild ginger because they're these stereotypical heart-shaped leaves. At the stem, there's like fine hairs on it. When harvesting, never harvest too much, but what you're looking for is the roots, actually. And you can tell by the smell immediately that it's wild ginger. They have these roots that go along and connect all the plants, and you can just use your fingers to pry them up, and you can see all these roots are interconnected, but we're choosing to harvest from the center of the group, and it's that ginger smell that you get from the wild ginger. Yeah, this would have been made into teas traditionally, and we're gonna be infusing the flavor into like a syrup. Like, it's absolutely integral to like Indigenous people, especially, that, you know, our food is still available, you know? So things like wild ginger, and then in spring, wild leeks and fiddleheads and morels, and basically all of these foods are very healthy and nutritious and basically medicine, really. Like, it's food, but it's also medicine, so. Here's how to make wild ginger syrup. Start by washing your wild ginger under cold running water. Chop all the ginger roughly, stems and leaves included. This helps release all the flavor into the syrup. Add 2 cups of white sugar to a large saucepan, along with 6 cups of cold water. Boil it until it becomes clear. Add the chopped ginger. Stir and steep ginger over low heat for approximately 40 minutes. Strain it. Wild ginger is great on pancakes, mixed over ice with soda for a sparkling beverage, or poured over ice cream for dessert. To get out in the bush and harvest wild edibles is a real great opportunity for us to take a moment and really realize that everything is here on the land that Indigenous people have sustained ourselves with. So it takes that extra effort of going out and harvesting your own food to realize that it's all here and it's very delicious and nutritious, and it gives you an opportunity to try different foods that otherwise you wouldn't pick up at a grocery store shelf. Indigenous cultures were the first local, the first organic, you know? It was cool before it was cool.